I wish you could like a comment.
Ooh, and I gotta move these suckers out of the way.
Oh, you have your secret kill team in the way?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. That'd be pretty awkward. Then we know that they're Tau.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there'd be it would ruin the illusion. It'd be really funny if we publish our video about our secret kill teams and we just like, ha, we lied. We're not doing any of that.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we exist.
I got my my big cup of vanilla chai tea.
Wow.
Kilgore Void, Kevin Bruick, and Dr. Drogle.
Hey, hey, hey. I'm Fat Albert.
All right, back to the orc. I may have been working on something else.
Ooh, someone's a little naughty.
All right, so how do I paint this gun? I think the top is going to be red. Cuz I think that'll look neat. So where's my go-to reds?
My top is red right now. There's paint all over it. My scenic painting top. It's Gucci.
I went to Michael's today. Michael's Arts and Crafts.
Oh.
Speaking
of Gucci,
I got some inks. I got some testors weathering pens. Because they were very cheap. They were in the clear.
I'm sure that means that they're very good.
Aw, thanks, Lucky Bat.
Have you tried them yet?
No, I have not tried them yet. I have no idea how they work. They were a pack of 3 was on sale for they're usually $13. They were on sale for $4. So I thought,
wow,
this might be worth picking up, worth trying out. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to seal my models because testers are enamel paints. So if I wanted to use them, I'd have to seal the acrylics.
They're pretty testy, if I don't say so myself. I took a nap today, so I'm really on fire.
Yeah. Oh, nap sounds lovely.
Yeah. I was a busy boy today. I did the Patreon thing.
Yeah.
That you haven't
I didn't even watch
yet,
it.
But maybe some of our patrons watched.
I mean, I was there, so I have a general idea.
Yeah, but there may be surprises that I added and you don't even know. I could have edited you out of everything. Small herd of giraffes. That video had me on the floor. Oh, I watched it. Joey Flores is here as well. Oh. Right, we're going to continue with everyone's favorite color, yellow.
And I am working on an orc. Ooh, you know what I can do? I could throw a little contrast paint on those straps because I wanna get good with my contrast paint that spent so much money on.
Hmm.
Where are they?
Ah.
Where did I put those?
Is there like I don't know. Let's see. I have two contrast paints. I have a black and a brown. I have a snakebite leather.
Yes, I have that.
And do you have any? Is there another brown besides
I
that brown?
have Agro's Dunes, which I think is a little lighter.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think these are no. I own one more. I own Apothecary White, Agro's Dunes, Snakebite Leather, and I own Black Templar.
Hmm.
So
I like Black Templar.
yeah, let's try some Agro's Dunes. I was in the forums the other day, and some people hate contrast paints. They're interesting. I don't know if they're a game changer. I mean, it's just a thick wash.
Yeah. I mean, they don't make it better.
No. But I could see like Black Templar. I think is a solid color that has a lot of utility.
Mm-hmm.
Throw that on some boots. Throw that on some pants. Throw that on weapons.
I stole, yeah, I stole this from you, using it on the weapons, like doing with like some Nuln Oil, and then doing
Yeah.
doing the black Conscious Black Templar to make some darker areas and stuff. It's really really nice.
Jay, your checkerboard makes me cry. It's so good, and I should have followed you with my failed attempt at it. Well, just remember that this checkerboarding took about 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Is that time I'll ever get back? Not really. Kilgore Void. I think it's good for getting your foundation, certainly, or if you have an army you need to bulk up and don't want to spend hours on each figure. Yeah, I totally think contrast paint, like if you're a newbie, like, you know, spray your model white, hit it with like 3 contrast colors, you're golden. It'll look fine. You know, maybe spray paint the whole thing blue, and then, you know, a little contrast paint on the weapons. But yeah, I was using my Army Painter washes today, and they're lovely. I was using some Army Painter. I was using one of the Army Painter colors though, and it wasn't wanting to give me good coverage, and so I mixed in a little bit of the black wash, and that helped a lot. I wasn't getting great coverage, but it wasn't building up. Like I had like 5 coats on some areas, and it was not noticeably like thick, which is very nice. I finished a Shadowrun Orc Street Samurai using that Zenithal priming. It's a game changer for me. I'll throw it up on the sub when it dries. Yeah, please do. Ooh, speaking of crazy stuff I saw today, I think there's a Zote coming to Blood Bowl. I swear I saw a Zote, like a Zote linebacker.
Okay.
Yeah, I like painting. I've been painting for quite a few hours today, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Ooh, perhaps a sign of Blood Bowl 40k. That's true. Although Zotes could exist across time and space. Kevin Brew confirms. Yes, there is a Blood Bowl Zote, and it looks very awesome.
It's very cool.
I need some. Ooh, is this Screaming Bell Copper any good? Boy, it sure doesn't look it.
Well, you should be taking better care of your paints then.
Ooh, you know though, my tin bits. Wasn't somebody asking about this before? I have tin bits, which is like a coppery bronze, and it looks like it's doing pretty good. Yeah, it's a very brown. It's a very brown color. Mitraillette. I made it to the Games Workshop store 2 minutes before they closed and had a list and got all of my paints and miniatures. I forgot brushes. Ah. Well, you can get brushes more places than Games Workshop.
That's an amazing story, though.
You know, though, you're probably better off not buying Games Workshop brushes. Do you have like an art store near you? I like those variety packs. That's probably a good thing for beginners.
Those damn sneaky brushes.
They close Sundays on the art store near me. Ah. Ooh, yeah, this came right back to life. My tin bits. I'm going to put some on this orc just because I feel like it'd be funny.
Oh, you're giving it some tin bits?
I'm going to paint these little weapon straps with some bits of tin.
Dr. Druckle. I used to get brush variety packs at Walmart. I used the smaller brushes for painting and the larger brushes for dry brush fodder.
Yeah, for sure. I still have some of those that I use. What's my oldest brush? Boy, this guy's probably been with me since the beginning. This is some variety pack. Look at that. Look at that tip. This used to be like a solid 0.3.
Wow.
I think now I use it to I use it to like push texture paste around. But yeah, this is an old brush. Do you dry brush highlight silver guns or line highlights? I usually don't dry brush anything because you're kind of giving up a little bit of control when you dry brush. So usually I highlight stuff with progressively lighter and lighter colors. Todd Greenberg. The orc gun silver parts. Currently, it's on the gun. The only thing on there is some Vallejo liquid silver paint, And then I'll probably wash it with some black and brown washes, and then I will highlight it with probably some Games Workshop silver. Runefang Steel, is that their silver color? But dry brushing is a perfectly good painting method.
But you're a
I
control
am a
freak.
control freak. Also, this is I on here. I'm very often painting like models as well as I can. Sometimes if I just need to get stuff done, like for sure, dry brushing, washes, those things become really important. If it's like, all right, I got to get these 10 guys done today.
Right.
Although I have been thinking about it, I kind of want to make a nice kind of wall display case that'll have compartments of different sizes to display some of my minis. And I don't know if I just want to like decide exactly what minis will go in there and then build it, or if I want to build something modular. Because I want it to have nice lighting and look good. I think this color Tin Bits is just begging to go on some dwarves.
Some squats,
yes,
you mean?
Yeah. I mean, what I'm talking about is fantasy squats.
Right. Kilgore Void was very upset that your unboxing video was not unboxing squats.
Maybe one day. Dry brushing is magical. Yes, and what I would suggest for dry brushing is go to a Walgreens or like any store that sells cosmetics and get yourself a blush brush. They're real cheap and they're perfect for dry brushing. If you buy like an army painter dry brush or something, this is what you're buying for $10 on top of like the $3 they charge for this at Walgreens.
I was lucky that I had one laying around because I always put blush on.
Yeah, you need a solid foundation. Otherwise, you're like Voldemort white.
Yeah, I'm not that normally. I look so much better in every photo.
I remember when I was figuring out dry brushing and was using it on chainmail on my old fantasy minis, it was revolutionary. Friends who didn't paint were pretty impressed. I actually bought myself new brushes today just so that I could share my old ones with Kilgore. That's very nice. Did you charge him? Did you make a little cash off of it?
Yeah. That's what I would do.
I think when I took a makeup class, and I think my Ben Nye's foundation was light Japanese.
Yes, it was.
Which was a lot of fun.
Mine was called White Dwarf.
Ooh, I just got my rosemary brushes today from the UK. Came faster than I thought. Yeah, I love rosemary brushes. Yeah, I don't think I've had any rosemary brushes go bad on me yet.
You've had them, and you've had them for a while now, right?
I kind of tend to alternate though. Like, I'll pick like 2 brushes for a project and I'll use them, and then for the next project I'll use different brushes. Just because I bought like one of a lot of different styles of brushes, and so I'm just slowly trying them all out. I got some fat ones, skinny ones, long bristles, short bristles, tiny handles, fat handles. But yeah, every single rosemary and crow brush I have is great. No problems. They all have a nice tip. They're all nice and springy. If you treat them right, they last.
Mm-hmm.
No complaints.
A small herd of giraffes. In all seriousness, mini painting has helped me put on makeup and vice versa. The details needed and the brush skills complement each other.
It's all about that brush control.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Make sure to transfer into dropper bottles as soon as you can. Yes, of course. Yeah, you got to order them on from AliExpress. And it's basically free. You just have to buy all the stuff for it.
Mm-hmm.
Todd Greenberg. My level of painting, I choose only highlighting the silver guns, so I don't make it look worse, but that's just my thing, and when I'm satisfied with, for my experience. Yeah, it takes, boy, does it take a long time to learn how to properly do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the best ways, if you really want to up your mini game, though, is paint different things and spend like a really long time on a model. Like if you think a model is going to take you 2 hours to paint, take 8 hours. Just give yourself time to go all out on everything. The guns, the boots, the bandages, the capes,
the boobs.
Yeah, getting the lighting just perfect on the boobs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I have seen a lot of mini pieces that are biddies that are just have like immaculate shading on like the body, and then the face is like, ugh.
Yeah. You can tell what people were excited about.
To be fair, it's really hard to paint one-handed.
Yep. It is really hard to paint one-handed. Man, that was a good one.
Kilgore Void. I spend a minimum of 16 weeks per model. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you should be spending double that.
It sounds like everyone's had great experiences with AliExpress. We got a great comment today on the magnets video where someone says that K&J Magnetics is a ripoff. Just look up magnets on AliExpress. Which is, I'm sure sometimes you get some real quality stuff at a great discount. But I bet sometimes you don't.
It's also expensive because it's like an American company with American employees, and it's probably pay people well.
I just love it for the variety, the no minimum order. And they have a pretty good like they have like a discount section. And sometimes you can find some really cool stuff there.
Are you saying that you're not America strong? That's what I'm hearing.
I shaded my models and got some advice from you a few weeks ago. Thank you. Oh, nice. Good. Get those minis painted. Yes, but it's very impressive if you ever get your minis painted, because most people don't.
Yep.
Most people don't get their minis painted.
Most people just buy and then don't do anything.
And then they put them on buy sell trade Facebook groups, and then I buy them. I feel like the things I see most often in buy sell trade is Gene Stealer Cult, Custodes. I see a lot of Tau, but that's more lately.
That's because you're looking.
But I feel like Gene Stealer Cult, just because they're horribly hard to paint. They're very small with lots of detail. And it's a very expensive army. Because it's all new kits.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think Custodes, a lot of people think like, oh, Custodes, small model count, I'll get into this. And then they just don't.
Yeah.
I think one day I'm definitely going to do a Custodes army, though, just to learn all about metallics. Because I've always struggled with like use true metallic metals. And non-metallic metals.
I've just struggled.
Sometimes from AliExpress, you get seeds you never ordered.
Oh.
Ooh. Corona.
Ooh. Are you okay? That's the thing now. You don't say bless, you say, are you okay?
Or you'll get 6 of some things and none of what you actually ordered. I have a friend who's been using a wet palette to paint 40k miniatures since 2013, and they helped me figure out what I'm doing wrong with my wet palette. Too much water. Dave Dogue. Hey, I'm getting faster at painting after 1 year. Can't explain it. Maybe it's brush skill or paint consistency, judging, or knowing the scheme before. I don't know. Well, it's probably just like you know what you're doing better because you've been doing it a year. It's the reps.
Yeah, putting in the reps.
You're exercising those painting muscles. Make sure you oil them up when you do, so the Custodes have an authentic effect. I love the Custodes from, I don't even know how to say his name. It starts with a B, the YouTube channel for If the Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. Genius. I think I saw, it might have been either a kit bash or someone 3D modeled the Custodes from that series. The ones who refuse to wear their power armor. I just bought 2 of those Matricin STA wet palette, and I cannot live without them. I tuck the baking paper under the sponge. Neat. I still use classic plate, paper towel, and some Reynolds parchment.
You're a Reynolds man.
You'll be surprised how fast you get if you just start using rattle cans and painting the minis all one color. That's true.
Yeah, that's actually really really good advice.
Yeah, you'd be real surprised how fast you can get it done. If you Is that the old Captain BADRUKK? I think it's the only Captain BADRUKK. It's the Finecast one, but I've done some minor kit bashing. He has a weapon from the Knob kits, and he has a Spellcrow Orc head. Trovarion's Custodes are so freaking awesome too. Ah, you people and knowing stuff. Now I gotta write that down and look it up. Trovarion's Custodes. Ah, when those guys showed up to McCrag to collect the package from the Ultramarines, I think I just repeated that. I had that on a loop for like a day. I bought a load of Xandri Dust rattle cans for my terrain because I am not refilling and unblocking my airbrush with Xandri Dust from the pot. My Acadians were rattle canned and are all Death Guard green now. Neat. And you removed Badruck's head with the pirate hat? That's heresy. Well, I didn't like the pirate idea. Or well, I love the pirate idea. It's just not for my works. My works are Mad Max. I heard something about if the Emperor had a speech text-to-speech device, Custodes. I think it was an Indiegogo that's still going. STLs for the Stodes were about $70. Tempted, but not sure if I can commit. $70, do you get a product or just the STLs? That's pretty darn steep for STLs.
Yeah.
Anyone here know where I can get the best scrapyard, junkyard, round base STLs? Well, if you don't want STLs, we have plenty of basing videos.
Or if you have some bits laying around, be perfect.
Ooh, you know what I should have checked today? Duncan Rhodes basing video. Because I think yesterday it hadn't done very well.
Maybe we have to watch it tomorrow.
I watched it. It's good.
Or on oh, okay.
I mean, he just uses slate and like slate and sand and Games Workshop crackle paint. Seems the time of the basing may be over though. I think people either maybe just buy their bases or 3D print their bases, or they just use Games Workshop texture paste or Army Painter texture paste.
Yeah, and some YouTube channels saturated the market with basing ideas and videos.
Yeah, I'm kind of... it was the price of the STLs. I think they sold them as metal models. Agree that $70 is steep. Most I'd buy for an STL is $15. It's a very tough thing though, because once your STL's out there, it's out there.
And that's probably why it's so expensive. Because I bet you that really discourages people from selling them or giving them away for free. Because like, well, I spent $70 on this. I'm not going to give it away for free. Yeah,
maybe one day there will be a way to like, piracy encrypt your STLs so that only one person can use them.
See, that's why Citadel needs to make a 3D printer.
Yeah.
And then you use the Forge World service to get the 3D printers.
I would love. I want Games Workshop to put me in charge of Forge World. First thing I would do, I would change it to the Forge World. And then the second thing I would do is buy a fleet of 3D printers. Because I think Forge World needs to kind of exist as a little boutique service. Because it's kind of that now. I mean, I know they have their own game, which is 30k.
Max Shagar. Hey man, thanks for the great content. Been binging your content lately. Just came by for a bit as it's 4:30 a.m. here. So I need to go to bed, lol. Insomnia. Yep. Love you from EU.
Aw, thanks.
Very cute.
Shanger?
Always good at pronouncing names. That's something that we always get right. I base all my minis on quarters so people will know my paint job is at least worth 25 cents.
I put nickels in my Necron Immortals, my sword and board Necron guys, and I hate it. The bases are really heavy, and I'm terrified of ever dropping or knocking over the models, because now that the base is heavy, there's more mass to destroy my minis. Bring back the Cadian Hostile Environments Conversion Kit. Please, Forge World. That would be neat. And bring back everything that's ever gone away. A guy on Etsy sold me some of those junkyard bases. I wonder if it was a pirate or if he had permission to do so. There's a lot of pirates on Etsy. You gotta look for things like a verified seller, but even then, who knows? It's real easy to get a hold of STLs. I am Spanish in the #1 minis, hobby, accessories, and paints country. Yes, you are. Holy cow! Can you get me some green stuff?
Yeah.
That shipping is rough from Spain, especially during the dark times we're living in. Yeah, if Green Stuff World ever has a free ship day, holy cow, I'm gonna go hard. I don't know why they would have a free worldwide shipping day, but it's possible.
The We Love America
Day
with free shipping. On the 4th of July.
Yes. Shipping abroad is a ripoff. I once shipped to the Canary Islands from Maryland, Spain, and the cost sucked. I bet. Shipping has become a ripoff everywhere.
Yeah, those damn postal workers. Always looking for more money. Next, they won't want to work in the rain.
Yeah, like what? One little hurricane and no one wants to go to work. Yeah, I know the tornado sirens are going, but how come the mail is late?
Yeah, why is my Amazon order late? It's dumb.
I need my thing I don't need. One of my friends is a Spanish top-tier miniature painter who competes in the top European competitions, and he hasn't taught me a single thing about painting. Some friend he is.
Yeah.
Shipping from Spain to Spain is cheap as chips, though. Yeah, I'm sure, shipping, in America is pretty cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Once it has to escape the country, it seems like that's where problems arise.
Once it needs a passport.
That's the downside of buying things outside the US. I do a lot of work in East Asia, and you almost have to buy a lot more than you want just to justify it.
Yep.
With all this shipping, I feel like we're going to enter a new golden age of piracy on the high seas. Ooh, wouldn't that be fun to be a pirate? Get to wear a funny hat, use a cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
You'll meet many cagey Spaniards who are not willing to discuss the secrets of their skills. I've heard about that. About like pros not necessarily wanting to talk about their process.
It's not like people are going to be able to follow it.
That seems to be the thing. Like, unless you came up with whoa, dude, you just dunk it in the paint and it's perfect. No one can know. Unless it's real easy.
Hey, duck off like a flame.
Look at me. I am the miniature painter now. The Cagey Spaniard sounds like a great movie.
There's a lot of great Spanish painters.
Guess there's not much to do there.
Ooh. It seems like it's like Spain and Russia.
Yeah, there's some really good Russian painters. Ooh, I need to check if Hope River Valley is still painting. I remember trying my best to copy her space themed Eldar for some of my cousin's models. I also painted a spacescape onto a saxophone because somebody at my high school paid me to do that.
And a flute.
And a flute.
Be interesting to see them
Yeah,
now.
I bet they're all cracked up and broken. The flute barely played. I was remember, um, our teacher tried to play and Mr. Gore, and he's like, the flute, it doesn't work. And I'm like, it works. You just have to stomp the keys. And he tried to play and he couldn't play it, and I played it fine. Flute, all instrument keys are so dumb. They're made out of like butterfly wings and like 50-year-old felt. So dumb. We have like modern rubbers and composite materials. Just make it out of something that doesn't degrade from moisture. You know, the thing that goes in all instruments, all wind instruments.
Yeah. Yeah, but then how do you make money repairing?
No high schooler is getting their, you know,
They are. They are. 100% they are.
dummies.
Just you
I
didn't.
Why would I? It was like a $50 flute from Amazon or from eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna? It's costs as much as the instrument to get those things repaired.
But but I mean, because the people that really took it seriously,
That's true.
the people that had a couple $1,000 flutes, oh, they're getting them fixed and they're getting them
That's a
worked
good
on,
point. Yeah, taking
all those private lessons.
being the worst flute player in the school definitely paid off in the money department.
The money, yeah. We should start doing flute lessons on Patreon.
Yeah. I can play green sleeves. I can play. Dr. Drokel. Jay, what were you painting blue today? Mind your business, Dr. Drokel.
Probably some tau.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Right, Craig Turpin? It's probably some tau.
They're made out of butterfly wings and moth farts. I found this great. I'm sure this website doesn't even exist anymore. This random ass guy with a blog. He was a flute player, and he lived in the middle of nowhere, and so his flute keys wore out, and so he bought like a neoprene mouse pad, and he cut out circles, glued them into the mouse pads, and he says, for the last 15 years he's never had any trouble with his flute.
You should have done that.
I should have. I still could. I got my flute. And the pads
When do you think
suck.
the last time you played it?
Oh, it's been years.
When was the last time you played?
I took it out and played it a little, like, I don't know, 2 years ago?
Mm.
I remember I was known for being very, very sharp. And I don't know if it was just me. Like, no matter if I was playing well or poorly, I was very sharp.
I think everyone should have adjusted
Yeah.
to good.
sound
Then it would have been
bad.
fine.
Oh my gosh, whatever we had in high school, we had to audition to get into some of the bands, and whatever they picked audition music for the flutes, it was shocking. It was shockingly difficult. Like, I had a private lesson teacher that I'd go to a little, and even she was like, "Yeah, this is really intense." And no one could play it except for the best flutist in the school could play it. Yeah. Luckily, I went into the loser band, which is right where I belonged. If I had been put into a better band, it would have been miserable. Because they kind of take it seriously.
Yes.
Like, really seriously.
It's not fun how seriously they took it. Because I remember, not to brag, but I was in wind ensemble playing the trumpet. Pretty sick. I remember we went to the Illinois Super State competition, and we lost, and people cried.
Yeah.
And that was wild. They cried. You shouldn't cry. I was laughing the whole time. I thought it was fun. I had fun. because I don't just expect that we're gonna
Yeah.
win.
Jay, is it a flute or a recorder? I mean, when I played it, it sounded like the recorder.
Why is the EOB intro not Nick blaring on trumpets? You know, good points. I should play the old.
Yeah,
the
we
old
should
intro.
each play it. I was good at noodling on the flute. I bet I could figure it out. I was better at noodling than playing the real music, like the sheet music.
Yeah. Dr. Drokel, I was first chair trumpet in my school band.
I was last chair flute.
It makes a lot of sense that a bunch of people play instruments and are in or were in band that are also here. Nerds. Craig Turpin, I play the radio. That's also pretty good.
This is a thing guys don't discuss, having paint streaks on your nails after mini painting and then going out into the streets. How do you explain that? I always have paint on my hands, like this blue nail. I go out in public, never had anyone ask me or look at me weird or anything. If they look at me weird, it's
they do go across they do walk across the street.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they do walk across the street when they see you, but that's just because of the way that you are. Nope, that's the wrong paint. That'd be embarrassing. They should do a reactivate to you playing trumpet on the Patreon. Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have my trumpet anymore. Lost it in a move. Wow. I'll send you one. Do you have a P.O. box? You have to send it back, though.
Yeah, I don't quite remember. The only reason I picked the flute was because the first day of band, they told you to get in a line behind what instrument you play, and I got in the flute line. It's the only reason I play the flute. You know what? I was the best guy who played the flute in my school. I was also the only one. People join the Patreon for special videos and extended hobby techniques. Little do they know the whole of shit posting and making Nick do stuff they're opening. But I've lost 10 pounds since I've joined.
Exactly.
Kevin Bruick, my reason for the flute was it's the easiest to carry. That's very true. That's very true.
Ah.
That is a good point. Yeah, flute's easy. I mean, not easy to play, but easy to own.
I was in jazz band, and I had to play the flugelhorn for some songs.
You had to flugel your horn?
That was fun. I had to flugel my horn. And, I mean, I do that every day now, but it was special back then.
I owned a piccolo. I think I still have it. I own an all-metal piccolo. So it's so ungodly sharp.
And then you're
Yes, and I'm
ungodly
ungodly
sharp.
sharp. Like,
So
piccolos are often made of plastic or wood just to try to bring them down a little. Mine is made of all metal. It can fit in my pocket, though. It's pretty sweet. And it's so loud.
is that a piccolo in your pocket, or you're just happy
Mm-hmm.
to see me? Is someone shaking some paint or doing
Mm-hmm.
something else? The only way to know is to get on the OnlyFans and look at the under the desk cam.
I played the metal triangle back in school. That's a hard one.
Nick, stop flugeling your horn. You'll go
Mm-hmm.
blind. I know. I know. I'm worried about it.
Yeah, I think one day I would like to kind of relearn my instruments because it's fun.
Hmm. I think we should join a competitive
No, that
band.
sounds that
Wouldn't
sounds like
that be
ruining
fun?
it again.
Oh,
I remember trying to learn Nyan Cat. That's another reason I liked the flute a lot, is you can kind of just play whatever and it works. Although Nyan Cat would be pretty awesome on the tuba.
yeah.
I think it'd be a little hard to keep up, but this guy is turning out to be very colorful. It kind of works for the model though, and he's not half as colorful as the actual the Games Workshop web store one. I also have to paint his banner.
Hmm. I agree. I didn't have. I had a burp. I had my. Oh, jeez. I had my burp water earlier
Mm.
today, so I'm not allowed to have one.
Ooh,
My
I
mom
could have a
said
burp
so.
water. Maybe when I'm done with my tea.
Ah, if you're gonna have a burp water, then I'm gonna have to get a burp water, and my mom's gonna yell at me. I didn't eat enough of my dinner, as they say.
Dr. Drokel, we used to sit in the stands for home games and take turns throwing M&Ms into the school tubas. That
Oh
sounds
my
pretty epic.
god.
And victory is its own prize.
Imagine doing that at
Yeah.
our school. You'd probably get spanked.
Probably. Yeah, no fun was allowed.
They'd bend, they'd bend you over and spank you. I mean, that's kind of fun a little bit, but
Hopefully it's not either of the pedophiles who taught at our school.
oh my god, that's also we had a band director that yeah. The girl
Yeah,
was 18 though, but
he
you're
just
still
had
not
an
allowed
inappropriate relationship.
because she was a student at
The other guy was a
yes,
full-on pedophile.
but still yeah, that guy was a full-on pedophile.
He seemed like a nice guy. I had him for summer school.
But that guy was a real
Yeah.
MVP
He was going
on all that
pro.
stuff. Yeah, and it's good that he's in jail now. To avoid, tech guy, for me, which is weird because I worked with extensively through stage production. Awkward. Yeah, it's really weird when you really intimately know the person that did a weird
Yeah.
thing. It's weird. And the big thing is like, because I don't remember, must have been a sophomore when that happened, but I remember freshman year there were rumors that he slept with a student, but everyone was, most people were like,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. How true could that
Mm-hmm.
possibly be? And
Yep.
then it was true. The rumor is that they're still together, the girl and him, which would be fun. That's just a fun
Yeah.
story, a love story, You lose your job. Although he lost his job, but then he got a better job working for a company, a band
Mm.
company.
So why did you decide to leave the high school? Creative differences.
Yeah. Uh,
Best story like that, I had an employee who was just turned 18. One day during a shift, he gets arrested for possession of kiddie porn, and his dad was the local police captain.
uh, icky. Ah, the disappointment in the
Mm-hmm.
air, I'm sure.
Need some light gray. Where's my stone wall?
Mm.
The worst was Jared. I can never go to Subway again. Ah, what a great! It's such an American tale. The story of Jared from Subway.
Mm-hmm. American Tail. Yeah, that's a
Mm-hmm.
crazy one too. I can still go to Subway though. I just don't think about that.
Yeah. Craig Turpin. I'm
Let's.
sad to say I have to
Mhm.
go. And just when we started talking about pedophiles too.
Aw, I'm so sorry.
Jared was the dude who lost weight via Subway. Yes.
Yeah.
That's I don't know if
No, Jared was the pedophile that
yeah,
lost
I don't know
weight.
if that's what he's best known for now, but
Yeah. Later, Gators. See ya, Craig. Uh, I wonder how many people joined and then left right when we were talking about pedophiles.
probably, hopefully a good amount, a healthy amount.
And how many people
Yeah.
unsubscribed?
I'm going to have to look at the analytics afterwards and see, so everyone seemed to drop off
Yeah.
right about there.
Here's the real question though. Does anyone like Jimmy John's?
Ugh.
Because I think Jimmy John's
Mm-hmm.
sucks.
In my UK city's sister university, there was a chemical engineering professor who got found to star in porn movies. Well, that's not too bad.
He was forced to resign.
That is
That's
dumb. Why? So anyone who is in porn can't be in science? That is dumb that he had to resign.
Yeah.
Although I wonder if porn would be more lucrative in industry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, male porn stars. I feel like that doesn't work very well.
Well, maybe if you're gay.
Ah. Ah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Biobasher asks if that's a 3D printed head.
Ah, it is not. It is a resin head from the company Spellcrow.
Yes. Kevin Bruick. Jersey Mike's. Yeah, Jersey Mike's is good. I like Jersey Mike's. There's a Jersey Mike's near me.
I don't think I've ever been.
But the university has standards. No. I want a university that's only porn stars. That would be a fun university. They teach you some real shit.
It's great though that up until the moment they found out, there was no problem. And then when they found out, even though nothing had changed, there was a problem.
Mm-hmm. Wawa is supreme. I don't know. I've heard of Wawa. Isn't that like a gas station?
Yeah, it's like a East Coast thing.
East?
Isn't it like a Walgreens?
I'm not
It's
sure.
like a convenience store, I think.
Mm-hmm. I've not spent too much time out east. I've only been to
I
Connecticut.
know about Wawas from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They shop at the Wawa. It's very fun to say.
Yeah. Isn't just a gas station, it's a lifestyle. The Wawa lifestyle, the Wawa card.
It's a lifestyle. Wawa for life. Oops.
I think one of my faves though is Culver's.
Ooh, I like Culver's.
I like Culver's a lot.
Personally, I still love Subway with their 11-inch footlong and the cardboard bread. Yes.
Hell yeah.
The 11-inch footlong. Classic.
No. All right, I fixed it. At least that's what I'm telling all you.
The best sandwiches are the ones you make at home when you have all of your favorite stuff in the fridge. I don't know if I've ever made a great sandwich. I like BLTs. BLT's pretty easy sandwich to make.
I like Reubens. Those are also pretty easy to make.
The Subway bread has so much sugar in it, it's not classified as bread in Ireland. So they don't get health
That's
food
awesome.
tax breaks in Ireland. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Spam sandwich is my favorite.
I do kind of like Spam a lot.
Spam
Yeah,
a
I
lot?
love Spam a lot. I like to put Spam in. I get some Kraft mac and cheese, some Spam, some peas, and some broccoli, and I put it all together.
You're ready to go to
Yeah.
war. Cobra Void likes a good Reuben. Dr. Druckle, I went to grade school with a kid who used to love marshmallow fluff sandwiches. Just marshmallow fluff between two pieces of white bread.
Wow. I haven't had white bread in years.
I am white bread. Yeah, I don't like white bread.
Yeah, I need something with a little heft.
A little zest.
Although, you know what? I wouldn't say no to a marshmallow fluff sandwich.
Well, there's a kid that has diabetes that would love to give
Yeah.
it to you. But that, I mean, I want one of those too.
Water down this paint too much. Whatever will I do? Just put more on my palette? It's not even possible.
Fun fact, Spam has become quite standard in South Korea as an artifact from GIs sharing supplies during the Korean War.
I like Spam. I like low sodium Spam. Yeah.
Sodium Spam? Yeah, but where are you going to get all your sodium?
Well, then I put salt back onto it. Low sodium
Good.
Spam is still like 15% salt.
Yeah. It's also pronounced Lodium Spam.
Anyone here hyped for the new Blood
believe-
Bowl tabletop game? Is Blood Bowl not a tabletop game? It's right here.
Or are they coming out with the new edition?
Oh, that'd be cool. I like the idea of Blood Bowl. I've never played it. I've watched people play it online. Like most games, it looks like fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think earlier we were talking about a Zote. Is the Zote from the new Blood Bowl? Then why get low sodium Spam to begin with? I don't really put extra salt on. That was a joke. Grilled spam and a grilled sandwich. That sounds really good.
Grilled spam witch.
Best sports mini game in the world is Blood Bowl. Duck a fuck a flame. I got the Snotling Blood Bowl team on order, but I'm going to be making 25mm swarm bases for them to use as grots in 40k. Oh, neat.
I would love to do Blood Bowl battle reports, but do it like an actual football game. And have refs and announcers. And make the announcer dress up as a orc or something.
Yeah. Ben. That'd be adorable.
Get Ben to do.
I know though. I think the YouTube 40k landscape is changing in general, but I think battle reports are rough. Like in the last, I like to listen to the mini wargaming sit and talks, and basically every sit and talk is them being like, yeah, we'd like to do other stuff, but we can't. We have to do 40k battle reports every week to keep the lights on. Because I think they're hurting since there's so much more stuff out there now and better quality. Because when I would love mini wargaming was when they were trying stuff like X-wing and they never did Malifaux, which would have been cool. They did a little Privateer Press. What's the Privateer Press game? Mantic? No, that's not it. I liked when they were kind of screwing around. Now they're kind of like a real company. And so they lost a little bit of that charm. Also, their staff turnover is pretty quick.
Well, that's because it's so good to work there, obviously.
I mean, I think they lost Vito to Corona. He didn't die, he just doesn't want to work there anymore.
That sounds like me. Corona does bring out some why do I work here?
A small herd of giraffes. Only if you can stop every 5 seconds for a commercial. Ah, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, you better believe it.
Oh, no, you know what we're going to do, though? We're going to make our own fake commercials.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Half of them are going to be like Viagra type of commercials.
Mm-hmm.
A couple Patreon plugs. It's going to be perfect. Void, I want to do the commercials. Hell yeah. Send me the script.
I once called up my brother and he was frying spam in bacon grease. Holy cow, that sounds amazing. That was after he had already eaten a huge bowl of mac and cheese and a pound of reindeer sausage, but he was still hungry. Surprisingly, he is skinny. Yeah, I would love to do. I think that's the trick with battle reports is to you got to make it like a show so people care.
Yeah.
Because if it's just all right, let's see what I roll, and like the audience has no real understanding of what you're trying to roll or what's going on. At least that's how I feel when I watch battle reports.
And I feel like we found that a little bit through some of our new videos too. Where if you make things a little bit fun, or if you have, you put some jokes in there, people really like it. You make it a little bit light.
We should work for mini wargaming.
Yeah. But then they'd have to get a new camera.
Yeah, you'd have to get something more, 2002.
You have to do a fake Manscaped style commercial. I'm so sick of seeing
Yes.
those. Yeah. Ball Shaper 5000.
That that video is the free model thing I was talking about for every month.
Void16 sent us a video on Instagram. I've not. I saw it. I did not watch it yet.
Barbecue chicken.
I'll have to take a look at it
Oh,
soon.
barbecue chicken mixed with mac and cheese. Damn, that sounds amazing.
We always get to food.
How to green stuff.
Because they're pretty quick
green
too.
stuff your own genitals in 3 easy steps. The Emperor has kept a clean shave for 10,000 years. Why haven't you? Boy, though, it takes some real work though to put together a battle report.
Oh yeah. Well, and we talked about it before, with the idea of like you play the game legit, and you film it and everything, and then you kind of go back and recreate it. So you make it interesting. You kind of can make it a little bit of a show, and you kind of intercut those two things together.
But like you almost need to play a game, and while you're playing the game, record everything, and then once you have your game,
yeah, exactly.
Then you write the script, and then you film it.
Yeah, it'd be quite the process. It'd be fun to try it on like Kill Team or something, something kind of small.
Oh, wouldn't it be fun to play Kill Team?
Yeah, imagine us playing Kill Team. I remember there was some absolute man that did stop motion battle reports. That'd be pretty cool.
Can you figure out who did the stop motion battle reports? That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I would love to. Were they good? And I think, just like Sesame Street, we should be sponsored by a letter. The football game. Brought to you by the letter P.
Today's battle was brought to you by Today's battle was brought to you by the letter W. W for war.
Today's battle was brought to you by the letter H. H. Heresy. Perfect.
As I said, I have a declassified kill team with a herd of giraffes, a 1978 Datsun, and a Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The Australian guy who had an enormous 40k collection, did stop motion battle reports, can't remember his name. An Australian. Today's battle report is brought to you by the letter B. B for Blood for the Blood God.
We could have Burpsy Cola commercials.
Today's battle.
It just does
Today's
bourbon.
battle report was brought to you by the letter S for Skulls for the Skull Throne. Today's broadcasts are brought
All
to you
right.
by the letter P. P for Purge the Heretic. Purge him with fire.
Oh my gosh. Now we have to do this. He's Australian, which makes sense. What else are Australians going to do with their time?
Yeah.
Save the koalas.
Yeah. There's a lot of hardcore 40k Australians.
There is. Nate's Miniatures is Australian.
The Outer Circle. Who's the guy? Major Overkill is Australian. I think Jazza, Drawing with Jazza, is an Australian. Apparently, he's doing he's kind of on a miniatures kick, and he's apparently selling a miniatures product, like a bundle of products to get you started in miniature painting.
They have to be for how much they pay. Australians, that is.
They literally pay
you
like 3 times as much. And they do it.
The letter D. D for dropper bottles.
Yeah, I do not understand. Is it literally just Games Workshop pooping on them? Why they have to pay so much? I mean, I know they're like an island and they have to deal with imports and stuff.
Probably ship.
But 3 times as much. I mean, I think like Macca has shared stories about like going on vacation and like taking an empty suitcase to bring Games Workshop products back.
That's pretty fun. And my editor's on the fritz. Yeah, Kicker Boyd is right. Fire him. That's what we have to do all the time. Can I fire software?
Yeah, I love the Blood Bowl miniatures. They're adorable. All I have is the Humies from the Start Collecting. Or not the Start Collecting, the basic box.
And I have the works from it. Do you know where all your Humies are?
They're in a little baggie. Like a lot of my projects are.
Do you think you have... Do you think you have all the parts and everything?
Yeah, I definitely do.
I might.
I saw today somebody did a really cool set of orc boys using the bodies from the Blood Bowl orc team, and it looked really cool. I wonder if that's what what boys should be in terms of size and build.
They're a good size.
Yeah, because they have much stronger shoulders. Their proportions make a little more sense.
They're Primaris.
Yeah, they're Primarist, essentially. Well, damn, I lost all of the edits I did in the last hour. Oof. It happens. That used to happen to me a lot with my old Photoshop because it was for some reason I didn't have all of the official things, And so I didn't have any data recovery like Photoshop's supposed to do. So if it crashed, it crashed.
I had something almost horrific. Let's see, what video was it? It was the magnets one. So I had it mostly edited just for Jay and I to look at it, and Adobe Premiere wanted to not work. So I was pretty sure I was saving it continuously, and I closed it and I opened it back up, and I did not save anything, but it autosaves. So I went back to the last autosave, and it was exactly where I left it. So I got really lucky.
Nice.
Yeah, good old Premiere.
I remember.
It's been pretty annoying recently.
It's been naughty.
It's been naughty. I've been doing naughtier things with it, though.
I remember being so mad when we were doing the periodic table of Space Marines, and I had just painted a little skull, and then it crashed, and I lost the skull, and I figured out, like, I went through all the different ways to, like, reclaim a recent file, and it turns out that my Photoshop didn't, because it was maybe a less than current version of Photoshop.
Legal.
I will neither confirm nor deny. And so it didn't keep backups. Although what's funny is I probably spent an hour trying to recover the file. It probably took me 20 minutes to paint a new skull.
That's true. Killer Void. Switch to iMovie. Great idea. iMovie's perfect. It's free too, which I like. I'm actually going to switch to Windows Media Editor. Oh, Windows Movie Maker. That always works out well.
A moment of silence for my edits. I thought you did all the videos in Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah. Only Patreon content.
I prefer Intel Play Junior Film Director.
Yeah. I do love a good Premiere. Mackley Fox. I switched to Premiere when they switched from Final Cut 9 to Final Cut 10, and then they or Final Cut X or whatever, and they changed everything to look like iMovie. Then I was like, nope. And then I got a refund, and then I switched to Premiere. Never went back.
My preferred editing method is just putting notes in the script to tell Nick what to do.
Exactly.
It's the only way we can put out as much content as we do, though. For me to focus on
make me look like a completely different person.
No, yeah, Nick has to do a lot of CGI to make me look presentable.
Yeah, for some reason you just don't want to wear shirts.
There's a lot of post-processing work. I need to feel the breeze between my knees.
Yeah. Yep. Also, all that content's on the Patreon.
I'm using my Army Painter washes, which I am very quickly falling in love with.
All joking aside, is there a really good video editor that is free? I mean, if you have a Mac, iMovie's fine.
I've used iMovie once. and I was able to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Premiere because it's all connected with the Photoshops, and if you want to do some audio work for PC, I don't know. I'm not a PC man. I'm an Apple loser. A sheep, if you
Yeah.
will.
Because of Apple, I can no longer play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 as much as I would like. It's a real blow.
Maybe it's Apple telling you that you have a
Maybe.
problem.
At this point, I play it exactly as much as I should, which is I don't. What's funny is I've been playing the same game of FTL for about a week and a half, because I just at the end of the day, or like right before a stream, I'm closing tabs and I'm like, oh my god, this FTL page has been open. Because I tried to start playing it during lunch, and then I ended up pivoting to like writing something down in a script, or like just doing anything else. And then I'll be like, oh my god, the FTL, I've been paused in this FTL battle for 6 hours. I'll just boot up FTL, and then like halfway through fighting one enemy ship, I'll be like, ooh, you know what's a really good line for that script I have? And then one thing leads to the next. Dr. Drokel, Apple is icky. Yes, it is.
Yeah. No, Apple is the best. I would never shit talk Apple. It is the best.
Wait, Jay does play games? I play a little. I play a little of a few games. I don't know what's coming out. I don't know what's new. I don't know what's hot. I don't know what's popular.
You barely
I don't
know
know
your
my
name.
name. So I don't really consider myself much of a gamer.
I get too into things, so I don't get to play games. Man, I wanna play some Factorio, but I know that my time would go into that. It'd become a whole thing. Love a
Factorio is a
Factorio.
good game.
It's exactly what I like doing.
Maybe like we could take some holiday time and just spend like one day trying to get to space. Like do a 2-player Factorio.
Beating the entire thing.
I don't even know if that's possible.
That'd be fun.
I guess if
Probably
probably
not.
It's a
a lot. It's a lot to get there.
I've never even gotten nuclear power running.
Oh, I've gotten nuclear power. That's when I stopped because it wasn't fun anymore.
See, I always get to the robots, and then I start to be like, every upgrade is getting really far apart, and like my base is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I still vote for Patreon Gaming Day. I just remember when the only game I could play on my grandmother's PC was Minesweeper. Good night, Kevin Bruick.
Good night, Kevin Bruick.
I think
I used to play pinball. The Space Cadet pinball on my grandma's computer. It's fun.
I think my last go at Factorio, I had a really good system. All of my resources moved left to right, and all of my machines moved up and down. And so by the end of my play session, I had like probably 25 double belts of material, all just moving for miles, and it was all feeding into just a row of machines at the bottom. And that was cool. And then I was like, all right, now it's time to integrate my fluid handling into this. And I gave up. Fluid handling is hard.
Yeah, just in real life and in the game.
I can never handle my fluids.
Constantly peeing myself. Some more highlights.
Maybe you could try using a highlighter.
That's what do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, that's what that means. I don't know what all these YouTube channels are doing. Highlighting is using a highlighter on the model. I like to use the bright pink one.
Ah.
Maybe that could be a video. Trying out like inappropriate like tools, like highlighters.
Inappropriate.
Whiteout.
And we'll do it in the nude. Yeah. So that'll be inappropriate
Highlighter
as well.
minis. Whiteout. Maybe charcoal. What's some other weird art things I could try out on a mini? Fuck flame. I played a lot of Wolfenstein 3D with friends. One person would control movement and another would hit the fire button.
Yeah, my cousins and I, when we would play pinball, I'd be left and they'd be right. Gotta share. Yeah, I think Maxley Fox said the paint roller before. Yeah. A small herd of giraffes. Glitter.
Oh my god. We're gonna get so much hate. Oh, this is gonna be a great video. Paint roller. I think the title of this video should just be "This was a huge mistake."
Yep. And have a paint roller and a mini in there. I wish my life was different.
Glitter, the herpes of craft tools.
April Fool's Day. That would be a great video for April Fool's.
Get an industrial airbrush. I own one. Boy, does that put out some paint.
Do you have one for?
I do.
Your car?
I had a fender bender and I did some self repair, and I found out it was really hard. But I think one of my saddest things I've ever lost is my little sister painted a mini. She painted a Gretchen, and she actually did a really good job. She used a lot of nail polish to do it, and I wish I had it. I don't know what could have happened to it. It was adorable.
Now, for some reason, is that on the Flickr?
It's possible. It is very possible it's there.
Here, I'll look in a second. I know we have pictures of it somewhere. Yeah, now maybe we painted with nail polish. That's another inappropriate thing. And real makeup. Eons of Battle Pictures. That's not what this is. We have like 5 folders with Eons of Battle Pictures in it. Model pics. Nah, it wouldn't be. We haven't. There's like an old folder. I have some Minecraft worlds in my my Dropbox folder.
Ah, Minecraft.
That's always important.
Do you remember? I don't know why, but we had a bunch of free time in college, and we played Minecraft for like 2 days straight, and it was a hardcore world, and like we were super into it, and then all of a sudden you died, and then I died, and then we were just like, "Yep, well, that's that," and that was the end of Minecraft.
Yep, that was probably the last time I played Minecraft.
Jay got jealous and disappeared.
I remember that.
Mini.
All right, let's look at the Eons of Battle Flickr.
Try to paint in inverse colors and then take a photo, take the photo and reverse the colors to see how accurate it is. Ooh, that sounds like a Goober Town video.
Jeez, why is it so hard to find the Flickr? I have to find an old video.
Goobers has done everything already. Not really. I think Goobers finally found his stride. He's the Simpsons of minions. He hasn't been at it that long. The Goob. Brent, as some people call him.
As I'm sure you would like to be called.
Yeah. A small herd of drafts. So I worked all night last night, and my insomnia is finally going away. So I'll leave you guys to it. Stay out of trouble. Good night, small herd of drafts.
Yeah, good night, small herd of giraffes.
Kilgore Void. I did like his fish tank video. What is his fish tank video?
It's not on the Flickr.
No.
You know what though? I have one more place.
Man, where could that mini have gotten to? His most recent one. I haven't seen that. Hi, I'm Brent. Oh, we're using our pretend names. Yes. Great Spider-Man reference. We're using our pretend names. He made a dock to put over his new aquarium. It's cute. Oh, neat.
I kind of found it. We used it in an old intro. Here, let me see if I can crop this image. But I don't have the full. I'm sure it's gonna look like shit. I'll put it on the. Should I put it on the Reddit?
Yeah, why not? I'll have to send it to my sister later and be like, "You painted this," and then she's gonna be like, "I have no recollection of that."
Mm-hmm. Aww. Here, I'll send it to you first. So for sure, your computer likes Facebook.
Do it.
There it is. Yeah.
No. Ah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Where could this have gotten to?
Right?
Mm-hmm. Wow. He's got pink nails. He's got glitter. He's got a purple gun. Man, she even picked out the eyes. I don't know what to put. I'm painting Seraphon and want a vibrant blue and purple scheme. What blue would you recommend? Well, if you want a violent blue, if you want a vibrant blue, you can't go wrong with some Vallejo Magic Blue. It is a super intense blue. And, interestingly enough, this paint is slightly magnetic. If you hold up a magnet, it will attract. So, not really a feature of the paint, like a selling feature of the paint, but it sure is neat. So if you want a very vibrant blue, and this is a great blue, it takes white paint really well to brighten it, and or to lighten it, not brighten it, and it takes black really well to darken it. So that's a lovely bright blue. For bright purple, I don't know. I don't think I have a very vibrant purple. The purples I do have are not too much. I have some Games Workshop Xenos purple, which is a little bit, I think it's a little too dark, and some Gene Stealer purple, which is a little bit too light. So, I don't know. Maxley Fox, hey Nick, when are we going to get to see you paint? Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Would it be?
I'd get to work on my kill team. I'd get to. That'd be great.
Well, then I wouldn't get to work on my kill team. This is the only time I get to work on it. And it's a secret. Oh, and I put up the picture of the Jay's sister's Gretchen onto the Instagram, or not Instagram, jeez, onto the subreddit. So if you want to check it out, it's a rather cute little mini. The Gretchen is adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I love the bass.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part. Basing runs in the family.
It does.
I still want to live stream 3D modeling.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Because then I'd still get to paint my secret kill team. I don't know what to put. I think I'll go with Demonette Hide for the purple. I'm sure that's a fine pick.
Look at Demonette.
Ooh, you know what purple I own, actually? That's pretty darn good. P3 Beaten Purple. This is a pretty good purple. I haven't used it for much, but I like it. I think I used it on that yellow salamander guy for his undercoloring.
The yellow mander.
Yeah. Teenage Mutant Ninja Salamander. Teenage Mutant Ninja Salamander.
One of my favorite reels.
Boy, this model has an awful lot going on.
Yep. I bet you that's what the model says about you when you go to sleep at night. When it comes to life, like Toy Story.
Adolescent abnormal.
That's what happens,
assassin
right?
nudes. Adolescent abnormal assassin nudes.
We should have recorded you singing that.
Newt. Is a newt and a salamander the same thing?
Oh, goodness.
Mitralet. How many hours have been put into this model? Well, technically we know exactly how many. What episode is this?
It's 9.
And how many of those were long episodes?
Do we have 2 Patreons?
Do we have 2 Patreons on this guy?
Patreon streams on that one, and then probably 2
So
my runs. I don't know.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17 hours? Is that right?
Yeah. let's just go with it. Let's
It
just go with
may be
that.
17 hours. Wait.
I'm not doing math. That's not why I'm here.
Yeah, about 17 hours, I think. And he's probably 70% done. So after this is finished, the next 997 streams will be the Indominus box. I actually really enjoyed painting those Gene Stealers on stream, and that was a quicker one. And so I might do another kind of army painting where I'm not doing my absolute best. I'm trying to get it done. Get her done. I don't know what to put. I don't play orcs, but Gazgul Thraka has me tempted. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? You guys imagine how long Gazgul would take to paint? Gazgul is like 8 of this guy. Although I'd probably do a lot more like airbrushing and stuff.
I would do a lot more finger painting. That's another thing to write down.
Oh my goodness. How long do you normally put into a normal army unit? I think for me, a normal army unit probably gets 3 or 4 hours each. For normal armies, like the thing about army painting though is like, you'll airbrush, all of your darks and highlights. And then so you've already knocked out like 15% right there. and it took 40 seconds. Yeah,
And it also depends on your
it also
models
depends on
though.
the models.
'Cause you may not be able to do that on
Mm-hmm.
some.
I can't imagine a model I couldn't airbrush my highlights onto.
I could. I'm painting them right
Ah.
now. You can only do part of it unless you want to do a lot of masking. I don't want to do that much masking though.
Yeah, I think usually my first step is after I primed a model, is either zenithal and then airbrush some inks, or to just airbrush my base color and then airbrush my highlights and then go from there. It's true though, some models that wouldn't be too helpful though. Like this model, since so many things on him are painted differently. Like if I had airbrushed him green and then done a green airbrush highlight, that would have helped me with his head and two hands, but it wouldn't have helped me with the coat or the boots or anything really.
Mm-hmm.
Games Workshop needs to start a program where you can return empty sprue for recycling and get a discount on future purchases. Holy cow.
That'd be cool.
I have so many sprue. I feel like I'd be making bank on that program they'll never do.
That'd be cool. They don't care. They don't care
No.
about recycling.
I also don't know if you can recycle it. Like there's a bunch of plastics
Like the
you
type of
just
plastic.
can't.
And I bet you it's that kind of
Oh
plastic.
yeah, it's gotta be. But it goes against Games Workshop company policy to try to save customers money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with this guy, I tried a painting style where I painted individual things to a finished standard one at a time. So I did his coat and then his collar and then his little dick towel and his shoes, and it's kind of fun, but at this point I think it's kind of annoying because now I'm painting around so many finished areas. So I don't know if I'll do this ever again. Or if I do it again, I'll have a better plan. Like I'll work bottom up or something instead of just being like, today it's the sword. Tomorrow it's his left boot.
Squats.
Squats.
Those Forge Wood models look really
They
good
do.
though.
They really do. I bet they're really small too, so they wouldn't take that long to paint. Because they're squats.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have kept the head separate and added it at the end unless it requires some filling to use that other head. This head's not too bad. I also had to sculpt his neck because his old pirate head just stuck straight onto the model, whereas I kind of wanted him looking a certain way. But this one really wasn't a big deal to paint around the head because there's not a lot of details behind the head. I mean, the only thing really is this little bit of shoulder pad. But if I was using the big pirate captain head, I think I would have to paint it separate, just because it takes up so much room on the front of the model. Let's see. I want the gun to be done. So what do I have to do to make the gun finished? Do, 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 do. Paint the magazine purple so it shoots invisible bullets. That's true. It's like the opposite of a tracer bullet. Although aren't most bullets invisible because they travel faster than we can see?
Maybe for you. Ooh.
Just play with the base and say you painted them purple. Speaking of tracer rounds, I watched Fury yesterday. Oh, is that the tank movie? That looked really good. You could put some blue heat stress on the barrel. Ooh, I could. I think I need a little reference for that. Gun barrel heat damage. Is that a real thing? All I'm seeing is motorcycles and 40k models.
I think it might be I think it might be stylized.
I think it can look really good on models, but I think what a lot of people do wrong is they make it too big. Like they make like they airbrush it and they make it the entire gun barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's a nice way to draw attention and get creative with the gun barrel, which is usually just a shiny stick.
Yeah, that's what they used to call me in high school.
The shiny stick. And I just got all these new lovely washes, so I think I might as well try some things out. It looks like blue at the tip, purple, and then transition into red. Talk about an Imperial Guard movie. Ooh, I'll have to watch it then. And a surprisingly good performance from actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, Shia is a very interesting character. He's not a bad actor, but he seems like an absolute weirdo of a person. And I don't know if it's a shtick. It seems like it must be. Because he's not like an actual weirdo, he's like an internet weirdo. Like an actual weirdo probably doesn't put together a green screen and then film himself saying weird stuff in front of it. Like that seems like something a savvy person does.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember what was the thing with him and the flag?
Yeah, he set up like a live streaming camera to like a flag of something. Wasn't it like a politician or something? Or like a Black Lives Matter flag, maybe, or. And then, and then 4chan figured out where it was by having people drive around and honk. And eventually.
Well, first they figured it out. First they figured out by the position of the stars that they could see.
And that's where they knew where to drive.
And then.
Which I think that's beautiful. Yeah.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Oh Lord, what a war. Ooh, Lord of War is a really good movie with Nicolas Cage. Really good. I think it's way better than I think it's actually way better than War Dogs, which is a movie that came out fairly recently. And it's the same plot. And I think Nicolas Cage does a much better job with the material. Whatever you think of 4chan, you cannot deny their dedication to trolling.
Absolute
Oh
fact.
man, the stream lagged on me. What did I miss about poetry? It's like poetry, it rhymes. Oh, George. Oh, George Lucas.
He's got a Luke ass.
Shia seemed relatively normal when he was on Hot Ones a while back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's just a regular guy. And it's just his shtick to be a weirdo. Because it certainly endeared, like, the internet to him.
Yeah, the internet.
I don't think they
loves
would
him.
love him if it was just, oh, he's just the Transformers guy.
Yeah.
So
Probably
maybe
not
he's
as
actually
much.
brilliant.
I mean, I think if the internet loves you, you
You know who I've never
you're
liked?
doing good.
James Franco. He's supposed to be like a genius. Like, didn't he go to like Harvard or something? I don't like him.
I don't know.
He's really bad in the Spider-Man movies. I mean, I don't know if it's the writing too, but holy moly. The only movie I don't hate him in is The Interview, where he plays a complete like idiot. I saw that Honey Boy was interesting and thought he did well there. Some of the content around that kind of showed him to be a passionate actor, just dumb at times like most.
Wait, actors are dumb?
Unfortunately, being
I would've
loved by
never
the
thought
internet
that.
has not gotten him into the caliber of acting parts that Shia used to get. I feel like he's still in movies. He was in Fury, which is a good movie. I mean, what caliber roles did he used to get? Like, wasn't he in Nymphomaniacs? I think he was in those movies. And then he was in
Yeah.
Transformers until he was no longer in Transformers. They gave it to Mark Wahlberg. Ah, you know what, though? You know what? We're forgetting his best film ever, Indiana Jones 3. No, Indiana Jones 4. You know what? I think he's actually kind of good in that movie.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's the best. It's
And you
easily
love
the
the
best
movie,
Indiana
right?
Jones movie.
You think it's the?
I
we just
I
lost a
like
bunch
the
of
entire
subscribers?
movie until they go to get the Crystal Skull. I like the beginning part with the Nazis. I like the motorcycle chase through the college campus. I like the diner scene. So I like the first like 30 minutes of the movie. And that's it. Didn't George? Yeah, apparently George came up with the alien idea, which is the whole movie. And Fury was the last big release he's been in. I don't know though. I feel like he's been in enough movies where he might not need to make any more.
Yeah, have you asked him if he wants to make more?
Because I feel like when once you're a big actor, you almost can like, oh, I'm a big actor now. Time to stop. Because I no longer have any need.
I would stop.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but I stop so quick.
You'd be a one and done.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't understand like Jeff Bezos or any of those people. I'd be done. They want something evil.
Mm-hmm.
That's they want some fuck you money. I'd give up. Go stay on a beach somewhere. I'd stop after my first 100 mil contract too. Yeah, Joy Flores and I have it made.
Yeah, how far is 100 mil gonna get you? Multiple lifetimes of moderate spending.
Yeah. Yeah, but then my great great
Screw
great
them. Spend it
great
all.
grandchildren won't have
Make
any
sure
money.
that your current kids don't get a penny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My current kids, how alive they are.
Become one of those people who have one good movie and become a hermit. Have an episode of where they are now and a year from now. Do you know who we're describing? Macaulay Culkin.
Uh,
Macaulay Culkin has it made. Apparently, he's never had a job like as an adult. He apparently, I think he lives
yeah,
in
that's
Milwaukee
awesome.
and he has a podcast where he kind of just screws around. I think he does.
Really live in Milwaukee?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
And he just hangs out and he does funny stuff. He just does whatever he wants. Apparently, I think he said he lived like in Spain or something for a couple of years because he just felt like it. He says he calls himself a man of leisure.
That's pretty cool.
I think.
Man, I wish I mean, I feel like
Yeah,
that's
I think
my
he was
life.
on Joe
I
Rogan,
just don't.
and
I
Joe
just don't get to do
Rogan's
that.
like, "How are you just a normal guy?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just normal."
Yeah.
He also hangs out with Red Letter Media here and there too. Yes, he does. He appears in a bunch of their videos. He's living life on creative mode. I think that's a perfect way of putting it. I always in Minecraft I always loved creative mode for like an hour, and then I'd be like, huh, with nothing
Yeah.
in particular you have to do. There's nothing to keep you playing. And I never really loved building in Minecraft because you can never make anything look that great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you
know,
can talk to
you
most
can only make
12-year-olds.
so many dick and balls before you get tired. Before you get bored.
That's true. Or snow golems. Love a good snow golem.
When Macaulay starred in Richie Rich, he was legally obligated to become Richie Rich, so he's set for life. I think my favorite Macaulay Culkin movie is called The Good Son, and where Macaulay Culkin plays like an evil child, and the mom has to decide between her evil real child or her foster son, who is Frodo, and she picks Frodo. and she drops Macaulay Culkin off of a cliff.
Oh my god.
Have you read Occupy Richie Rich? It's hilarious. I definitely can't say that I have. Good old McCulkin. Yeah, I think he's probably like the only child star to not have been molested or anything. Like he made it out clean. Yeah. You want to be
Truly
Macaulay
who
Culkin.
you want to be. And he has a great name.
Drop him off a cliff, and then he slaps his hands to his face and yells, "Ah!" Ah, that would have been hilarious. That would have been unbelievably funny. If he Home Aloned it. Let's see. What else to do on this orc? Could throw a little green wash on these spikes. Sometimes I don't love, not how detailed 40k models are, but like how much detail there is, and then you're like, ugh, do I really have to paint all of these pouches that are in seemingly random places on the model? Yes, you do.
And yes.
You know, I mean, if you're going to spend 17 hours on a model, you might as well go. Although 20 hours is still peanuts compared to what some people do. Like Miniac and those super pro painters will probably put, close to 100 hours into a single paint job. Which I don't think I have the patience for that. There'd be no return on that investment.
No. Hey, Augustus.
Chris Columbus had some choice words.
That's what Augustus told us.
Director Chris Columbus had some choice words for people planning a Home Alone reboot recently.
That's quite the name to have.
He did the first couple of Harry Potter movies. Yeah.
Also sailed the ocean blue.
Then Alfonso Cuarón showed up to rock it out of the ballpark with Harry Potter 3. And then after that, they're all fine. Except for the 7th movie, which is surprisingly good. I think the 7th movie is actually better than the 7th book. The 7th book is kind of a hot mess. Disney Plus planning a live-action reboot.
Bitch.
There was a really interesting YouTube video I saw today by by someone I watch, but they had a video called "How Disney Ruined Culture," and I can't wait to see what that's about.
Oh my god.
Which I think I kind of get it, but I also don't quite get it. Like how Disney are the bad guys. Because no one makes you see things.
Yeah, but if
That's true.
it's such a part of the culture, though.
Mickey Mouse laws, maybe. Oh, that could definitely be it. Like the as long as you make something, like once every 16 years, you own that property forever. Jay, I thought you didn't like Critical Drinkers videos though. It's not a Critical Drinker video. It's a I don't remember who makes it, but it's definitely not the Critical Drinker. The Critical Drinker is just a ripoff of Plinkett from Red Letter Media. But like when you can have like a 40-minute video on why a movie sucks, like you better be funny. Not just like, and then this sucks, and why would this be the case? And doesn't this break Star Wars lore? And I mean, aren't there like 6 companies that effectively control all commerce on the planet? Probably. Sounds right. And one of those companies is Games Workshop, right?
Yeah, Shop owns it all.
Dr. Drokel, sorry, my garbage cable modem went out and I lost stream for a while. Did I miss anything? We need a grot revolution. Probably not. We were just talking about movies and Disney ruining culture, and but everything's fine. Yeah, we did
We also did a giveaway.
Yes,
Everyone won
got a
something except
copy
for
of
you.
Indominus, but we're out now, so. It's interesting that so like Games Workshop keeps raising their prices, because I remember in 2015, the talking points of like, well, they're pricing people out of the hobby, but here we are, so many years later, and it seems like it's only gaining in popularity, even with the ridiculous prices. It would be fun to have multiple universes to try out, like, hey, let's try out a universe where Games Workshop products are cheap. Or let's run it into the ground and see what happens when we just charge, like, a ton. Like, absolutely too much. Like, a little bit more than they already charge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait till they invent, like, good good AI, and then we can just figure stuff out like that.
That'd be pretty cool.
And then the computer decides that humanity must die, and it creates the Terminators.
Perfect. Well, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All I want, free
Oh,
peanut
that
butter
sounds lovely.
cups. I agree. I would like some peanut
I
butter
haven't had
cups
a
right now.
peanut butter cup in forever. Kilgore Void. Well, look at it this way. Who are they competing with? Video games. I don't know if that's true. I mean, they sort of are. I mean, they're competing with every entertainment, I guess. But I think war games kind of offer something different. Yeah, a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work.
Yeah, people who like their free time to be work are people who get into 40k. And these days, you have to pay for a game and then pay for it 20 more times to get the full experience. Whereas models, even if they're expensive, you buy it and it's yours. Thomas, Brandon, 3D printing now. That's true, but 3D printing isn't easy yet. And buying a model is easy.
And I don't know. I don't know if 3D printing will ever be super duper easy. I think there'll always be a slight curve to the whole thing.
Probably. Maybe though, maybe like what if powder printing got really all of a sudden had like a huge technological leap?
Hmm.
That would get rid of a lot of like the problems of the
Maybe.
harsh chemicals and the cleaning.
Yeah, that would do it.
It's pretty easy going on an Elgu Mars, and mind is blown. I haven't heard it's easy.
I have an Elgo
It
Mars.
sounds like a
I
huge
mean,
pain
it's
in the
not
ass. I mean, I guess anything is a pain when you compare it to just buying it. And then you have it.
right. That is true. The government needs to come up with those Star Trek replicators. They've been hiding it from us for years.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the YouTube video where the guy plays 40k in the desert? I definitely have not. But it is interesting. Like, what really is the appeal of war games? Is it that it's like a social game? Is it the complexity of the rules?
I think in the future that's what it will be. Because I don't know. I think people get. I don't know, but video games. People always argue to me that video games aren't isolating.
No,
Even if you
100%
play them
isolating.
online.
I
and
played
don't
a
think that
lot
that's
of
true.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, and it's you're not really playing with people. Like, you physically are, but you're not. Yeah.
It's hard to
Whereas
connect.
40k, playing 40k is a lot like just hanging out.
Yeah,
Take
exactly.
a quick break to talk about this burger joint you went to. You decide to take a, you've been playing
Right.
for you're
You
2 hours
make fun
in,
of
you decide to
someone.
go take a break and get some lunch.
Right.
Talking about painting. Like, yeah, there's a lot to this hobby. I think it's also kind of neat. There's not really any like casuals in this hobby. You're kind of in it or you're not. I think 3D printing is not the best for 28mm minis. I use it for 10mm scale minis. The same reason people play chess, maybe. Daka Flocka Flame. I just like seeing the big armies and nice tables. The game itself, I don't even care about that much. There's always been war games, from moving small statues in the Greek and Roman eras to H.G. Wells' Little Wars book. It is in our blood. Yeah, theater can die.
Well, so is theater, and theater can die.
I think
And that's two people with theater degrees saying that.
I think there's definitely something to like there's an artistic aspect to the hobby. Cuz there's very few people who are like, yeah. I don't like to paint just to play. It seems like more like everyone wants to paint. Except for Super Saiyan.
need to wipe down this lamp. It's a little
I like to show people
dusty.
my models and then watch them run. Ha! Yeah, I think someone coming over and seeing a massive model collection is just barely barely less frightening than like finding like heads in the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
And watching them run into my arms. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think it's endearing.
Also, when you buy them, are they painted? No. Also, yeah. Oh, so they're really cheap then, and so they're cheap. So you buy them and then you paint them yourself. Sure. It's a way to be part of a community without committing to social exercise. You have a built-in commonality with a bunch of people. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have to ask, how are you?
Yeah. Like, oh, you got the new Mortarion? How is that to put together? You just bypass all of that.
Yeah. I really like your models. They're very cool. You don't have to look them in the eye. You can just look at the models. It's perfect.
This is my vintage D&D Remoraz mini. I know you want me, baby. Instead of, how are you? Say, your kill team sucks, bitch.
Yep.
Taka Flame. I like the idea of technology making things easier for people, but at the same time, I could see it being the death of miniature wargaming if we got to the point where there was zero effort involved. Boy, I don't think we would get to that point, though, until Star Trek Replicators. It is. That's true.
The VR stuff's interesting. I wonder if the VR stuff is
I could believe that.
Gonna be. Once the VR stuff is so good, or you could just literally live in your own world. Augustus. I used to hide my models in the closet when I had a date come over. You can't lie to them that badly. Right off the bat. I think every date I've ever gone, I've talked about it, and most people aren't like, ew, what the fuck is that? Most people are like,
kind of neat. You're a painter,
okay.
You're an artiste.
Yeah, you're an artiste. Well, see, and then I could. You start kind of flipping it. You start lying. You know, you start saying you're an artist.
That's the trick, is you're always
a painter.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you trick them. Unfortunate, my date, now spouse, has been very supportive. Yeah. Xenobi Q. Hello, everybody. Surprised and happy to see the stream still going.
We always go late on a Saturday night.
Augustus. Then my models came out of the closet, and I could show them to my current girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good that your models felt comfortable to be able to do that.
Dr. Drokel, I used to do the same. I didn't want to make my date feel bad when she saw all of those Cosmo runway Playboy models hanging all over me. Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. That'd be awkward, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if there's model painting groupies. If I had to guess, I'd say probably not, but you never know. Yeah. Well, the problem is there's no money in it at all. Sounds like you're pretty
close-minded. Not with that attitude.
I guess the Patreon kind of. Yeah, but that's more like a YouTuber thing, not a painter thing. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTubers get just sling. Sling the ladies.
Are there any
men.
miniature painters who are just like they post to Instagram or something and they still have a successful Patreons?
Yeah.
And they don't really produce content? Or is their content just...
Oh, it's not tutorials, they're pictures. Heading out. Yeah. Bye, Augustus. We'll miss you. Patreon is more for simps than groupies. Yeah. Kilgore Void. And you too could simp if you decide to join our Patreon.
If 80 people are supporting Sword and Steel, I think we can get a couple more. That's true. Their content is, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have really great content. So. I had too much water. But I also didn't add enough paint.
Just mostly water.
I didn't mix the right color. So yeah, it's only water. Alright, peeps, I gotta go fix an exploding toilet. So I'll catch you everybody on Monday. Oh my god. For a second I thought maybe you were going to explode on the toilet.
Maybe he has to explode onto the toilet and then fix it.
Either way, I like it. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to let us know, Kilgore Void. Oh yeah, if you want to hear Kilgore Void's voice, join the Patreon. We had a video where he sent us something, and we reacted to it, and it was I would say a rather cute video.
All right.
All right.
I think I'm gonna paint some. think I'm gonna paint some wood on his gun stock. I get you. I'm a person of color.
Man.
I can't be racist. I'm the only one in all of 40k.
That's true. Only person of color in 40k.
That's true.
We don't know that. There could be plenty of people of color on our live stream. I'm not. Did you ever watch
No.
Dukes of Hazzard as a person? I watched it as a kid. So I never understood why that song was bad until later on.
What do I need to paint wood?
It was a fun video.
Jay and Nick, try and count again so we can see how the delay is tonight. All right. How about I start? Okay. 1.
Yeah, let's do it.
3.
Okay.
5.
2.
7.
4.
9.
6. 8.
All right.
10. All right. Yeah, how bad was that? If pasty white is a color, then there are loads. Oof, that was impressive. Is it bad? Lucky bastard. Oof. So it must be really bad.
Having stared at this orc for so long without green skin, I'm starting to think it would be cool, look cool as an albino orc. Ooh, that could be cool. But no, this is going to be a classic green skin. Like a solid 2 second. Well, 2 second delay I think I could be fine with. 2 seconds is a lot of seconds.
2 seconds is a lot of seconds. What are we gonna do?
That's true.
Well, tomorrow Monday we're gonna change everything. I have a whole plan for fixing the stream. It's gonna be a nightmare. We're gonna be angry, but hopefully it'll sound and maybe even look a little better. We're gonna switch away from OBS to something else.
Boy, this Vallejo chocolate brown is a chunker. Took a lot of water to get it thin.
Well, that's a rude thing to say about it.
Exactly. I haven't painted wood since I painted a wood grip for my Assault on Blackreach Orc War boss. Teeth. So I have teeth painted on on a box. Does that mean it counts as box art? Joey Flores, well, I'm calling it a night. Thanks for a wonderful entertainment as always, everyone. See you all Monday. That's true. No stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
We always need a little
See you
time to recover.
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got an IV drip. See all those celebrities get those. That's wild. Imagine doing that. People dropping like flies. Lightweights. Yeah, you tell him, Doc Droke.
See, I think I need to go to my Army Painter double zero brush. To paint this wood grain. Boy, is this orc getting the works.
The orcs? For the XP, that orcdo. Yeah.
He's getting the works. Games Workshop. Yeah.
Remember when they did that one year and then never again? Just like Orktober.
Was that when they were coming out with all of the new buggies?
I don't think so.
Wasn't
At least
that
I don't remember.
when?
I don't remember it for that.
Yeah,
I remember
wasn't that
it
when
way
they came
before.
out with flash kits
like
and the
7th
grot
edition.
cannons?
Yeah. Yep. See, NewbieQ, are you planning on having a name for this orc or keeping him Badruck?
Kind of like the Bullet Farmer from Mad Max. Other than that, he'll probably be Orc Warboss with Big Choppa and Dakagun. Yeah.
Perfect name for a perfect orc.
Call him Mad Morks. I know I saw some really cool Mad Max orcs online, so I'll have to pick up one or two of those. Because I know I saw an actual Mad Max orc, and I think there was like oh, now I'm gonna forget it again. The name of the bad guy from Mad Max Fury Road. All I can think of is Lord Humongous. Immortan Joe. Thank you, Dr. Jokel. Paint his skin blue. Boy, would that be a choice. Holy cow.
Yeah, imagine painting.
No one would do
Imagine
that.
painting skin blue.
So, Nick, how are your blue orcs coming? Mm-hmm.
You gotta ask 18-year-old Nick that question.
Do not, my children, become addicted to water. Oh, Immortan Joe. As evil warlords go, he didn't seem like a particularly nice guy. Yeah.
There's nicer warlords.
Been planning an orc kill team led by a Commosorc, Latsa Gratai, that will transparently be several grots in a trench coat. Ah, that would be adorable. Love those movies, so well done. Yes, especially Mad Max Fury Road. It's definitely the best one of the Maxes. Good old George Miller, the director of Happy Feet. Which, I mean, if I had to pick between Mad Max Fury Road and Happy Feet, yeah, well, or maybe Babe 2 Pig in the City.
You're going Happy Feet all day.
Because I mean, it's a classic, cult classic.
Mm.
And Babe. Yes, I think he did Babe, but I think Babe 2 Pig in the City is funnier.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I was little, I never quite understood the difference between Babe and Charlotte's Web, because they both had pigs.
Still don't.
Well, see, Babe is about a pig, and Charlotte's Web is about a pig.
I thought it was about a web.
A web named Charlotte. Cult classic, meaning you need to be kidnapped and coerced into saying you like it. Cult classic, I don't really know what cult classic means. It seems like it's just a small vocal audience. Not necessarily mainstream appeal. This is what cult classic means. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could you keep that down?
Ooh, I think the snakebite leather is doing wonders for my wood. I'll probably have to go Probably have to go over the grain a little. But
Oh, did you hear what you just said?
yeah, I was talking about my massive erection.
It's the snake bite. The snake bite
Yeah.
leather is doing wonders for my wood.
I mean, look at that wood. It's practically recognizable as wood.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get a snake bite on your wood. Oh, you know someone has, and you know that was a very interesting explanation they gave to the hospital.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just made sense at the time.
I love the look of the weapons, but I can't wait to get to throw some weathering pigments on them. But that only comes at the very end. I don't know how it happened, just suck the venom out. Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite songs. I'm not putting enough paint. I did not put enough paint on my brush.
I also can't wait to throw a matte coat, because right now I've used so many different brands of paint that it's like glossy in some areas and matte in other areas and semi-gloss in areas and sticky in some areas. And once you've thrown the varnish on, it all kind of evens out.
Mm.
Although for this guy, I might try to sneak a little bit of satin varnish in there just to help the colors stay nice and bright. Or maybe I'll like the look of them a little bit dull. Mm-hmm.
There's only one way to find out.
When I was at Michael's today, I was looking for some Tester's dull coat just to bring back the memories. Tester's dull coat will prevent anything from getting on your model. It provides like a 1 millimeter thick
True.
barrier between anything in your model. Did you hear that YouTube Rewind has been canceled this year? What's everybody going to make fun of for the next 3 months now? What is YouTube Rewind?
They do this thing where they like take all the top videos and they also have like all the YouTubers from the top videos and they do this big ass dumb video. And notoriously every year people shit on it. And it's a lot of fun. and they
Mm-hmm.
decided to not do it this year because they're pussies. I mean, I know why. It's because of the pandy and whatever. But I think it's
Probably.
because they're not going to do it ever again. People make fun of it every
Mm-hmm.
year and destroy them. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Hell, even I join in.
Varnish has a surprising amount of impact on the final mini. It does. It really does. It actually, to a very, very small extent, it does blend your colors a little. I'm pretty sure Tester's Del Coat causes memory loss instead of bringing anything back.
That too.
Let's see. I think the gun is done. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll mix a little white and my silver together. I saw on someone's model, they did a whole bunch of lines. I think on the actual on the actual BADRUKK model, they painted 100 little lines on the sword, and it looked really nice. So maybe I'll try something similar on his bayonet, which is a very stumpy bayonet. Dr. Drokel, when I first started many years ago, I used gloss coat on my minis. I wish I could go back and punch myself. Well, you can just matte coat on top of a gloss coat. It won't be as matte as if you put it directly on the paint, but it'll turn it at least semi-gloss. Memories can't be attached to minis because of the Del Coat force field. Yes, of course. Yeah, I think all of my Necrons have Tester's Dull Coat.
A lot of my works do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they look so good.
Now I use Vallejo polyurethane matte varnish. I usually use a 50-50 mix of matte varnish and satin varnish, and then I do I pick out the topmost parts of the model with a little bit of satin varnish, just to bring out the colors and add just another layer of protection between Cheeto fingers and the model. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you always have a very Cheeto-y finger
Yeah.
at all times.
I find that just
Mostly
going
Cheeto.
straight matte is a little bit too dull. It sometimes it can give it a little bit of like a powdery look. A little bit of a dusty appearance. I do a 50-50
I was making fun of you,
mix
so what do you do?
Vallejo polyurethane
Sorry.
matte and Vallejo polyurethane satin. And then once that's dry, I do another pass with the airbrush of polyurethane satin on from like top down on the model to bring out some of the colors and to add another layer of protection. Because I think usually I pick up models kind of by their shoulders. Even though technically
Right.
you
Makes
should
sense.
always pick a model up by the base. But who does that? I think there's a difference. There really is a difference between satin and semi-gloss. I don't know what it is, but I think satin is a little closer to matte, and semi-gloss is a little closer to gloss.
That would make sense based
I
on the
think that's what
names.
I mean. Satin is just a little bit it's an in between a matte and a gloss.
It's
It's
also
also very
close to
close to
Satan,
Satan,
so
so
you know what
you're
that
getting a
means.
good you're getting some good stuff. Satin means he sits on it after it's drying.
I get it. Satan.
I've surprised myself with how easily I've picked up the habit of using the base to move minis. That seems like a very good habit to get into. One thing I definitely find on these really, like, I try really hard paint jobs is, like, there'll be some areas that are absolutely immaculate, and then there'll be a few spots where I'm like, yeah, I could have made that not suck, but it does. Because eventually you get to the point where you just want it done. And you know what? Really, if you do a good job on the face and the gun, no one really is going to notice the rest.
I'll notice the rest.
Oh yeah, and the comments, yeah.
Why'd you fuck up on the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, if the YouTube comment section tells you anything, no one is going to comment on what you got right.
No.
I think my Runefang steel has a bunch of fish tank gravel in it. Yes, yeah. Yeah, well, it hasn't gone bad in the last 5 years, so I'm sure it's coming up.
Yeah, just you wait. Oh, this is sick. I may have to send a picture of this to Lucky Bat.
No!
Because Lucky Bat gets to see before you do, obviously. And then Lucky Bat gets to hold it over your head. Isn't that fun? This is looking good. For a little bit there, I wanted to just give up and throw it out and, jump outside, go cry.
When I was in high school, we were playing D&D at a friend's house. I rearranged some wooden letter Christmas decorations from saying Santa to Satan, and left when we left. It did not go over well. It's pretty good. Isn't it weird, though, that all the same letters are in Santa and Satan?
Exactly.
Duck Flame, I spent a whole bunch of time painting the body of a flash kit. Oh, I know where this is going. A little bit ago, painting in sub-assemblies, and then I attached the gun and could no longer see the body at all. Yep.
Yeah.
That is a little bit the danger of sub-assembly. Alright, so what is left on this guy? The skin, his little backpack unit, and the strap on his gun, and then his banner.
Mm.
Where is my dark tone? Where is my dark tone? Oh, there it is.
Took some of the most blurry pictures I've ever taken in my whole life.
Well, you need a
Jesus.
2020 iPhone SE if you want to take good pictures.
You're right.
Alright, so last things last, I'm going to paint some Balthazar gold on these little studs on his shoulder pads that I have not painted yet. And then that'll be it. So we're probably going to be wrapping up at 12:30. Because I want to go to bed. Tomorrow I have to change the brake pads on my car because they're squeaking. So that'll be a fun little project.
Mm-hmm.
I've done or not the brake pads, the thing the brake pads. Oh, did I get paint on this shirt? Hopefully that comes out. The thing the brake pads break onto. Which I've never done that one. I've done the brake pads.
So it would be adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Now I remember. The thing I just said. I don't listen to me. Mm-hmm.
Me either.
The brake thingy. Yes, that one. What's interesting with this model is, unlike my salamanders, I made heavy use of washes. And then after I'm done with the brakes, I have another model to paint for an upcoming video. And that video I've been excited for a long time. I should write it one of these days. Well, finish writing it. Usually you don't have a problem with the rotor unless your brakes are shot and grinding onto them. Well, I guess I'll find out. Or they warp or crack. But when I bring the Mini right up to my face, I appreciate not seeing the spots I didn't paint or didn't paint well. Is this mini for gaming or a display piece? Oh, it's for gaming. I don't know how many games I'll get in with my orcs, because it's not a very large force yet. I think it's 30 boys, 5 orc bikers, a knob, a knob with a knob with boss pole, and this guy. So I don't know if that's what. I don't even know how many points that is. Not many. I don't even know if it's 500. Everything's Ard Boys.
Everything's
Yeah,
Ard Boys.
if I make everything Ard Boys, then maybe I could get to 500. So no plinth for this guy. Probably not. Warped rotors cause a shaking under braking. A lot of times it's a caliper dragging that heats up and warps the rotors, huh? Well, what if there's a fairly constant squeak that gets worse on braking?
Oh, that's just pads.
Well, hopefully. I will find out tomorrow when I take them off and I can take a peeky poo.
So when you're not using,
Yes.
So when you're not using the brakes, it's squeaking. Hmm.
How long ago did you change the brake pads? Not that long ago. I think a little over a year. Pads have a little shim that'll hit the rotor before the braking gets into the rotor. But is it supposed to squeak loudly? Yes. Well, regardless, I'll take a look tomorrow. It didn't used to squeak loudly all the time. Now it does.
I think you should just throw out your car.
Unless you ride the brakes constantly, a year shouldn't have them worn down. Yes, that's what I think. Yeah, I clearly throw out the car. There's no saving it. Clearly, it's a lost cause.
I think so. You should get a Porsche.
Yeah, for sure.
I heard they're really cheap.
I miss my Hyundai. I liked that car. I wonder if my Hyundai misses me. No.
Probably not. I bet it doesn't even think about you.
My previous cars all had to be put down. Aww. The little shim is sometimes called a chirper, but over the last several years, a lot of companies have stopped putting them on brake pads, so you mess up your rotor too and have to buy those as well. So cars just are supposed to squeak loudly when you're driving them? Because I don't think I've ever driven a car that just squeaks. No.
Well, did you take the mouse out of it?
Yeah, I actually have Ratatouille is driving. He's in the car driving it. Old Remy.
That makes sense.
The chirper is in there to let you know the brake pad is worn out. Ah, well, then everything should be fine because I'm going to replace those. Oop, and I got paint all over one of his lovely teeth. I should probably just wait until I'm done to cover it up, because I'm sure I'll get more paint on his teeth. But you know what?
You never know until you get teeth.
All this car talk reminds me to get my snow tires put on, and I hate that.
I love driving the snow.
I remember when it would snow, I would trade cars with my sister because she had a. I had the Hyundai, which was a little heavier than her Honda. And it was, holy cow, did that car not handle the snow well. Like, taking left turns was like drifting.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember when we were living in Milwaukee, and the snow plows would always push all the snow into the alleyway? And we went to the store and we came back and there was the
Yep.
And then they got it, and then I just pulled my Jeep right over it. No problem.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Milwaukee, it's surprising, like, the snow kind of ruins everything. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the city.
You'd almost need all those cars to, like, disappear for a half a day for them to really take care of the snow.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they don't want you to park on the street. They do try to make it worse.
All right, folks, it's about that time. Ooh, but we made some really good progress. I got the details on his feet done. I got the gun done. Couple of details on his back that look a little bad that I'll have to fix up later. Love his sword. Mm-hmm.
Sword and Steel. Yeah, I mean, I got some progress done. These are going to take a long time to paint, right, Lucky Bat?
That's funny because my kill team is going to take a long time to paint.
That's
That'd be
good.
hilarious.
Maybe they'll be done at the same time.
Shiny and chrome. Yes, after I'm done painting this, I'm going to spray paint it chrome.
It's a good idea.
All right, everyone. Good night.
Good night.